everybody, and welcome to Day 2 of the P-CITES Learning Lab. Today we're going to take care of identifying purpose, time-sensitive or timeless, and recognizing site organization. So let's scroll down and get started. First off, because the checklist tools look very similar, I decided to make the background of the sites to explore yellow for Day 2. So if it's yellow, you're in the right spot. If it's in green, then that means you're on Day 1. So you're going to want to flip over to Day 2. Anyway, to get started, you're going to put in your basic information. And lots of this is a repeat from yesterday. Your first and last name, the title of the article, and the article I'm going to explore in this one, it's going to switch it up from the first video, is actually a streaming video. And it's called All Quiet on the Western Front. So I'm going to copy and paste that name in. And who is the author? I cannot find an author right now. So I'm going to have to search for that. So if you can't find the author on the page, a good way to do it is search for the title of it. And it looks like this is a film that was directed by Louis Milestone. It's based on the novel by Eric Maria Remarque. So I'm going to put both of those guys in. Just like that. Now we'll get down to the actual framework part. Identifying the purpose. Respond to these questions concerning the purpose of the resource. What is the point of this article? Is the author trying to teach us something, convince us to take action, or something else? Well, actually, to give you a little bit of background information on this, this is a movie about World War I. Okay? So, that's enough for right now. The point of this article, so the author's point of view here, this is a video about World War I, and the author wants us to know that the perception of war is different if you are at war than it is if you are at home. The author specifically wants us to know that war is ugly and that death is everywhere. Now, the next question, what is at stake for them? Based on their credentials, what does the author or publishing organization hope to accomplish by creating this article? Well, something that we should know first about the author of the novel that this video is based off of is that he was actually in World War I, and that he experienced war firsthand. So his credentials are a firsthand account of the situation that young men would encounter going off to war. And with this in mind, my response for what is at stake for them, I said the author hopes to encourage people to stop waging war. Politicians need to avoid it. Young men should refuse to participate as soldiers because too many people die. Overall, he sees the value of peace, and he hopes to ensure peace by putting this message out. Now the next part, time. Is it time sensitive or timeless? Respond to these questions concerning the impact time has had on the resource. So first off, find the date that the resource was created, uploaded, or last updated. List all that you can find here. So let's see here. All Quiet on the Western Front. It says that 4 years ago this was uploaded. It doesn't say uploaded, but the way that streaming video players work, it tells us the year it was put on there. So 4 years ago, it's 2012 right now, so that must mean that it was uploaded in 2008. So I'm going to go back to my document, and I'm going to put uploaded in 2008. Now, for the actual age, identify the age of individual elements of the site. So, the major thing that I want to know is, I want to know how old this video itself is. Okay? So, doing a Google search, I'm going to look up All Quiet on the Western Front movie. Okay, so I have two choices here. I have the 1930 film and I have the 1978 film. Let's see the 1978 film. Now that's in color, it looks like. And that's not the director that we wanted. So this is not the right one. This one, however, see, I'm confused because this is a color picture. But this is the movie director. So maybe they could do color in print, but they couldn't do it in movies back then. Anyway, this is the one that I know is the right one. And it looks like it was put out in 1930. Big difference from 2008. So it's important to keep in mind, just because there's one date listed on the page, especially for videos, it does not mean that the age of the thing that you're watching or reading or anything like that is the same age. So you need to be careful. There can be different ages for different components of the site. Next, what has happened in this field since the resource has created? I'm going to put down there's been more wars. There has been time for historians to study World War I further. I'm going to leave it at that because that's about what I know right now. Now, at this point, you could also do some Google searching to see what else has advanced in that field. But I'm not going to do that for right now. Recognizing site organization. Respond to these questions concerning how the site is organized. What is the website genre? I'm going to say it's streaming video, and then maybe even a social site, because it's people sharing it. Where are the navigation elements? Where are the links? Where do they lead? Where are all the navigation tools located? Why do you think they are located there? As far as this one's concerned, at the top of the page, there's the standard Google links. So these can take me to different parts of the Google website, but I'm not really concerned about going anywhere else. There's also some related video links on the side here, and gives me some options to embed the video, report a problem if there is any problems. There is standard Google links on the bottom. There's also a navigation tool that lets me skip scenes, so that's kind of nice too. And the last part, a conclusion. Based on all the information you have gathered, including yesterday's stuff, do you think this is a trustworthy resource? Explain your thoughts. So putting together your day 1 information and your day 2 information, just in your mind, do you think it's a trustworthy resource? And be sure to explain your thoughts and then click submit. And once again, remember, once you get this message, click submit another response and you can choose your next resource. Alright? This has been part 2 of the tutorial on how to use the P-CITES framework checklist.